Hello and welcome to this lecture, and in this lecture we are going to learn something about numeric functions. So up till now we have learned about the string function, we have learned about the list functions, but now we are going to learn about numeric functions. So the very first function which we are going to learn about is going to be the minimum function. So as the name suggests, the minimum function actually helps us to identify the minimum possible number from given numbers. So let's learn how to use the min function. So essentially, as we want to print out the result, we are going to include the code in the print function itself. So let's type in the min function. So simply you need to type in min, use parentheses so that you could pass in some numbers over here. So let's simply pass in some random numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So once you have these numbers, and if you directly print out the result and if you run it, as you could see, you will get the result as 1 because the minimum possible value from the set of numbers is equal to 1. Now the exact opposite function of this min function is the max function, and yes, you guessed it right, it is actually used to print out the maximum value. So if you run this code, as you could see, you will get a value as 5. Now let's go ahead and learn another function which is called as the absolute value function. So what this absolute value function does is that it takes the number and it prints out the absolute value of that number. So to use the absolute function, we type abs, and in parentheses you specify or you pass in a particular number. So let's say you want to find the absolute value of minus 203. So if you save the code and if you run it, as you could see, you will get a value as 203 itself. So absolute value of any number means the core value without including the sign of that value. So be it a positive value or negative value, you're always going to get a positive or absolute value of any particular number. So that is all about the numeric functions, and there are also some other functions, but I included the most basic numeric functions because there are a lot of numeric functions and it would take a lot of time to explain them all. But the thing is that numeric functions are actually very simple to understand, so there is no point in explaining them for a long time. So that's it for this lecture, and I hope you guys understood the significance of some simple numeric functions. So we will be using these functions when we make complex applications. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.